Not Gallaudet. Irma Gallaudet. Thank you. We've been working on bridging that gap for many years because a lot of the parents now are young parents and they are not as concerned about their kids' future as the older generation. So what we try to do is to have things that the parents would be interested in coming to. And we plan to do this through the different roles and organizations that work with the school district. Some of these are outside organizations that are set up to try to recruit the parents. Dunbar has one of the best programs where they are slowly bridging that gap between the community and the school. So we will continue to do that. The key is to get the community involved, because once you get the community involved, you will see your kids doing a lot better. There'll be less violence and better test scores. Thank you.
Thank you. Martin Lewis.
One of the best ways to address that problem is with public housing. A large segment of our population is in public housing. So the Public Housing Authority has grants, has funding, should work with the school district to motivate the parents. They have better control over their residency policies, and it's not to be heavy-handed, but they need to reinforce the importance of breaking the cycle of having generations and generations in public housing. And that's not a bad thing to be in public housing. That's supposed to be a helping hand to help you go further in your life. You have the townships that do senior programs. Well, maybe the seniors are the best people to give us advice from the youngest population, seeing how they have the most experience. You have cities, you have police departments, you have the Housing Authority Police Force, you have the Park District Police Force, you have the Sheriff's Department. All those law enforcement agencies can help the police department and the school district kind of motivate the parents, motivate the children as to why are you out on a school day? Thank you.
I think my timing is pretty good. When I do that little massage, they're right at a point that they can ease on out. Let me say that as R.C. Clark is coming up, that Marquita McAfee had to leave. She asked, did we have any other questions for her? And at the time, we did not have one for all candidates. So that is the only reason she will not be represented. This is the last question for the school board candidates. We will then give time to the city clerk, and at that time, the formal questions that you have asked will be over, and I'll get my instructions on what's next from Mr. Franklin.
As Mr. Lewis said, we've got all of those entities involved. And my main thing is, like I said from the beginning, is the parents involved. See what can we do. Listen to the children and see what they are.
That's right. That's the main thing.
Take all their study and kind of talk about it. So I hope we all understand what we got to do. We've got a hard job here, but I'm sure we'll get it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That concludes the Q&A that you provided, and I would like to close this section at this time by introducing City Clerk Doreen Hoosman, who will give her tune-in introduction. She appreciates what she's doing. If anyone has any questions, they've got to come now. And then we're on to closing out the program.
Good afternoon. First, I'd like to apologize to you for being late. I'm usually a person that's 15 minutes before time. But wheel tax stickers was advertised that we stayed over late last night till 7 o'clock and today until 12 o'clock. You know the training was for the judges today about the election coming up, and I thought I could sneak out, but then the judges start coming down for a wheel tax sticker, so that's money, so I apologize for that, but it's a good thing. I'm Doreen Hoosman. I've been city clerk for 14 years, and it has been truly an honor to serve you as city clerk. I consider my office as the keeper of the record, but also the office for the people. We try in our office as people come in with problems to refer them to social agencies, the school district, police department, whatever is out there. We also help the prisoners that's coming out when they're trying to get IDs. They need notaries and things like that. It's hard to get IDs, we do that. We also are part of with Joe Hubbard and Les Debates. I have served chairmans twice on that, so therefore it makes it easier for me to help people with light bills, gas bills, rental assistance, budgeting, and everything like that. So I look at myself as an office for the people and trying to serve the people. If we can't do anything, we let you know that we can't. Those things that we can do for free, we don't charge for notary. Senior citizens, when they be doing their tax exempt, need a notary. Instead of making a senior drive 28 miles, 14 to Belleville and back, I buy purple stamps myself, make a copy, say, hey, put it in the mail, they'll get it the next day. You know, these are trying times for these seniors, so we try to do everything that we can. And also, this is going to be trying times for the city and for all of us with the cuts that's coming from the government. And we need to be for real about this. We all need to come back and do what we can't do. We have retired teachers, professional people. We talk about these young kids. They're not trained. And when you don't, they don't have any training because it's a vicious cycle going over and over. That's what we get. So even the older people, you know, we can come into groups. I realize we can't solve all the problems, but if we can take 10 kids or 5 of us, take 5 or a small group, you'd be surprised what we can get accomplished. And again, I thank you for allowing me to be your city clerk, and may God bless you all. Thank you.
Panelists and candidates, let's give an applause to this and the citizens who will be serving. You know, loving East St. Louis isn't easy, but we have all benefited. Our relatives have benefited, and people we know from these roots all over the world. You have been the keepsakers. You have been the ones who stayed and kept the doors open so others could come back home. Never think that you are any less important than the people that you elect. You have the power. They may get the glory, but it's very important that together we rise because we love our city. You know, that's the way a love affair is. There's good times, there are bad times, but we stick together. And I've been all over the United States. We're a tough group. And we're here to stay. And we're going to show them, we're going to get the right elected officials in. And the challenge to all of us, whether we get our way or not, isn't as important as our city gets its way and moves forward. I thank you so much for allowing me to be a moderator today. We are asking the candidates to please stay seated. So anyone as you leave want to say something individually to them, you can line up here. They will stay maybe for 10 minutes and then it's over. It's over. No, it's done. And we'd like to thank the Grangers. Everybody gets to do a closing statement? Oh, I just love it. Okay, and then I'll kiss you. Okay. What we're going to do, just for order, we're going to start with the Park District and work our way up. Okay, and we're going to let them have 1 minute. Each candidate 1 minute. We'll start.